So this week, I have another 1960s classic cover, as well as the top covers for New Comic Book Day, October 20th, 2021. And Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy is back with his pick for a potential future iconic cover. Stay tuned.
Anachronic.
Hi comic book guys and gals, I'm Joe and welcome to Anachronic Comics. Stay tuned to the end to see Pretty Fly's pick for a recent cover that just might become an iconic cover in the near future. For this week's top cover from the 1960s, I cheat a tiny bit. It is The Brave and the Bold number 28, the first appearance of the Justice League, where the DC heroes first come together to fight Starro the Conqueror. Created by Gardner Fox, who also created the Justice Society of America, this cover is the first in the Silver Age to portray multiple heroes on a cover, and, if Stan Lee is to be believed, gave rise to such Marvel teams as the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the X-Men. Now, why do I say that I cheated a bit? Well, the cover date for this issue is March of 1960. But the release date was December 29th, 1959. So I'm a couple of days off. But this comic book cover and the comic book itself is one of the most important of the 1960s and is in fact my personal grail that I hope to pick up someday. Before we get to Pretty Fly, let's take a look at this week's top covers. No premium cover this week, but I do have a premium series. So these are multiple covers from one comic book issue that I believe is outstanding. This week I present from Marvel, The Trial of Magneto, number 3. Now, on to the honorable mentions. The first cover on my honorable mention list is Batman Catwoman number 8, cover B by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. It's a variant for $4.99. It's Christmas time, and Catwoman is hanging upside down with Batman getting close for a kiss. This cover is reminiscent of the Spider-Man Mary Jane scenes in the Tobey Maguire movie and ASM 31. But look closely. Who is being reflected on the ornament in Batman's hand? Next up is Fantastic Four number 37, the Just Go variant for $3.99. The Thing was always my favorite member of the FF, perhaps because he was the one with the most to deal with after the transformation. Just Go captures Ben Grimm's humanity through the outer facade that is the Thing. Next is from Behemoth Comics, Pop Star Assassin number 1, cover B by Marcelo Basile for $3.99. Okay, if you didn't know by now, I am a sucker for covers that transform into something else, like a magazine cover, a travel poster, or as this case, a movie poster. Next up is Superman, Son of Kal-El number 4, the Iñak Lee cardstock variant cover for $4.99. Lee portrays Jonathan Kent literally on fire. The colors here are amazing, and the look on John's face, I wouldn't want to be the one he is focused on. The last honorable mention for this week is the United States of Captain America number 5, the Gerald Perel cover A for $4.99. Another patriotic cover of 4 men who have held the Captain America mantle. Before I give you my top 5, if you're enjoying this video, I ask you to give it a thumbs up, as it helps others to see the video as well. Now on to my top 5 comics for New Comic Book Day, October 20th, 2021. Number 5 is Catwoman number 36, the cover B by Jenny Friesen, It's a cardstock variant for $4.99. Now, Harley Quinn, like the Joker and Batman, is a character that can provide an artist with inspiration to do amazing covers. Now, Friesen, quickly becoming one of my favorite artists, gives us a nice negative space portrait of Harley. And look at those eyes. Number 4 is Gunslinger Spawn number 1, the John Romita Jr. cover C for $5.99. One of the most popular Spawn characters is depicted in an almost Ghost Rider type presentation, mystical and otherworldly. Number 3 is Nubia and the Amazons number 1. This is cover C, the 1 in 25 Joshua Schwabe cardstock variant for $4.99. Now what can you say about this great cover? Schwabe captures Nubia perfectly, and I can't help thinking he had someone in mind when he drew her. That face is just too perfect. For number 2, I selected Ice Cream Man number 26, the Greg Horn variant B for $3.99. Now I missed out on this horror comic, which has had its share of amazing covers. This one, I believe, shows Greg Horn's artistic talent and depicts the Ice Cream Man as a scary, nice man. Finally, my number 1 cover for New Comic Book Day, October 20th, 2021, is from Dark Horse. Masters of the Universe, Revelation number 4, the Dave Williams cover A for $3.99. As I believe many of you know, this is the last issue of a 4-issue series written by Kevin Smith as a prequel to the Netflix show. I recently picked up an Alex Ross wraparound cover of issue 1. This cover by Dave Williams is just as good. Beautiful imagery with the background image of a skull, warning us that things may not be as they appear. Wow, some great covers. Now, Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy gives us a recent cover which, in his opinion, is a future iconic cover. Ladies and gentlemen, Pretty Fly for a Filipino Guy.
What's up, guys? So back in the day when I took a break on comics, I got into photography. Now we're talking about pre-digital camera days, back when all you had was film. You know, you kids got it easy nowadays, where with your phone, you take a picture and instantaneously see your shot. I didn't know what I shot with film until I developed and printed the picture. I would spend hours in the dark room messing around with chemical baths, using projectors called enlargers to print my pictures. It was extra stuff, but it was kind of fun as well. It's kind of like how people nowadays love to clean and press their own comics before they submit them to CGC. Well, why am I telling you all this? Because my pick for this future iconic comic is very photographic in nature. Thinking about this cover reminded me of my old love of photography. So, without any further ado, today's pick is Adi Gravnov's cover for Deadpool 13. Now this cover pops. So at the center of this cover, we see the display of the love between Marvel's arguably most romantic couple, between Wanda and Vision. If you didn't know them from the comics, you definitely know them from the MCU. The posing of these characters, the lighting, the style, reminded me of great works from great photographers like Anne Leibovitz or Richard Avedon. I find the composition of the two to be fascinating. At first glance, the loving embrace looks innocent. But if you take a second look, one can interpret that Wanda holds the power in the relationship. Granov could have easily turned her around for a more intimate pose, like both facing one another, yet he decided to show her dominance by having her look at us. You can tell that Granov used photography composition tricks like the rules of thirds to place prominence on Wanda in the frame. And if you look at the trade dress, you can see that he used the golden ratio to place the titles on this cover, making it look like a magazine cover. Now I can go on and on and on about these concepts, but I feel that that'll just go beyond the scope of this video. Yet, it is these concepts that might send this cover to an iconic future. By the way, this cover was brought to my attention by Master Blaster, so bro, great pick. You have a good grasp of the type of covers that Joe and I look for in this segment of future iconic comics. So good on you, bro. Thanks for the suggestion. So if you don't agree with my pick, then you got Master Blaster to blame. Just kidding. Alright guys, see ya.
Wow, another great pick by Pretty Fly. Do you agree? Let us know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a comment on any new comic book day covers you would buy based solely on the cover art. So many covers, so little cash. Thanks for watching. Be well, and I'll see you soon.